or never. Great effort by the Gladstone Turf Club. They've got 10 jockeys here today. 10 were on the listings to ride, considering there's so many race meetings on. Emerald's on, Nanango's on, Aroma's on, and there's one or two others, so it's a fantastic effort. And of course the club very thankful for the jockeys who've made the trip, and many of them from a long way away. Here's Valexia coming up. Kevin Miller trains, looks well too. Valexia's moved into line. Now media hype goes up for Todd Banks. He hasn't ridden here, he tells me, for well over 20 years ago. Todd recalled winning a big race in Newmarket, I think he told me, on Bilboa. Now Designing Arrow is about to come up for Brodie Moffat, who's been making a name for himself. Designing Arrow, I should say, Brodie Moffat. Brodie's been riding all over the place. Recently on Fab's Cowboy up at Mount Isa. Bet Lucy's out, another one I believe won. This is the grey big rocket coming forward. Just Frank is still out, he's about to go forward. Bet Lucy, Just Frank, Malloy, they're the three out of line for race number 1. So they're going in well for the first out at Gladstone, a very big crowd coming onto the track. It's always arguably their biggest day of the year, Easter Saturday at Gladstone. The last horse to go up will be Just Frank. He's on the outside. There'll be speed to burn in this 850 metre dash. There's the red light blinking. They're about to go in the first out of Gladstone. Stand by for a start. Racing, or gee, they got out as one, really. Two. Big Rocket, the grey fellow, puts his head in front in the early part of the race, and he's going up there from Valexia, who's showing a ton of speed. Bet Lucy's in that bunch of horses too, being followed then further back then by Designing Arrow. Around the outside was Malloy starting to make up ground. Media Hype was well back, and the last one then further back in the field running last was Just Frank. So they come down the side. They've got to the halfway mark here. They're running up now 400 metres, and Valexia is just in front from Bet Lucy. Big Rocket is conceding. Malloy's coming into the race menacingly. He's sweeping around the outside, being followed then by Talk No More now, but they're in the stretch here. And up along the middle of the track, it's Valexia in front. Coming on the outside, Malloy, he's still putting in. Valexia is still in front. Also getting to it was Bet Lucy, but it's going to be Valexia in the first, I feel. Valexia, yeah, draws away. Valexia gets the money in the first. Second placing in the race went then to Bet Lucy. Malloy put in a big run, just told in the end. He got caught wide, followed by Big Rocket. Then came well back was Just Frank. A long way out of its ground then was Media Hype. And one of the last to pull up was Talk No More now. There you go. A good win to Valexia, ridden by Brooke Johnson in the first out of Gladstone this afternoon. Of course, Brooke will be going to Darwin, I think.